There are tons of quests available throughout the world of Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. If you take the time to talk with NPCs in populated areas, you'll quickly build up a long list of quests to choose from. With the vast array of potential quests, the sprawling world of Tainted Grail, and the variety of dialogue options, it's very difficult to discover every possible quest. Here are 5 hidden quests that you might have missed in Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Let me know if you have found a hidden quest that deserves to make the list, because I'm planning on making several follow-up videos. Number 1. Unforgettable. This quest is worth mentioning because it's fairly easy to miss, and because to my knowledge, you cannot return and get the quest later. The Unforgettable quest is located in the starting island Asylum, and if you rush through the prologue, you can easily leave without encountering it. From your cell, you'll want to head left down the hall and enter the storage room by the dead guard. Katrin's note is in the chest on the floor. In a note written to her husband, she explains that she had arrived at the asylum and was in good spirits about her health and their unborn child. Tragically, her good cheer clearly did not last long. By continuing down the halls of the asylum, you reach Katrin's room, and by reading Father Vaughn's notes, you find out what really happened to her and her child. Reading this note begins the Unforgettable quest. Just FYI, the quest is not completed in Horns of the South, so don't be confused by the lack of a quest marker when you select the quest. Number 2. Blood Stains the Circle. To my knowledge, there aren't any NPCs or notes to prompt you to hunt down the quest area for Blood Stains the Circle. You just have to be curious enough to find it. Soon after arriving in Horns of the South, if you follow the main road, you'll quickly notice a large statue in a blood-red lake. While you're here at the statue, you can receive the blood transfusion spell or grab a duplicate, but the quest still requires a bit more exploring. Dive into the lake behind and to the left of the statue, and soon you'll notice an underblood door that you can enter. Head inside and talk to the imposing guard, Mallory. Even if you have already leveled up and invested the right points for his speech checks, you still have no choice but to fight him. Mallory is a difficult early game fight, hitting hard and often knocking you off balance before delivering a devastating blow. And the dungeon only gets tougher. If you're struggling to defeat him, receiving the blood transfusion spell from the statue was a perfect hint. Stacking bleed on him while dodging and keeping a safe distance will cut his health down in just a couple of minutes. Killing him fully begins the quest, Blood Stains the Circle. Good luck with the rest of the dungeon. Number 3. Farewell, Lady Alyssa, and all following quests. There's a good chance you found the 1% quest by talking with Alyssa in the tavern in the village, but this is only the first quest in a longer line of potential objectives. Did you notice her offhanded invitation to visit the manor that you cleared out? There's no initial quest marker, but upon visiting the manor again, you're able to start an entire quest line, beginning with Farewell, Lady Alyssa. She gives you a note explaining that her husband, Duncan, was abducted and asks you to go rescue him. There's an element of choice as you fulfill this quest. Depending on how you interact with Alyssa afterward, you're able to unlock yet another quest in this line, My Fair Lady. In this stage of the quest line, you're tasked with retrieving several pieces of clothing for Alyssa to repair. Do yourself a favor in advance, and after you talk with Duncan, look around in the cave. There's a storage crate containing both the doublet and the gloves. I could be wrong, I believe they actually just updated the game and took out the doublet and silk gloves from being right near Duncan. I went back to find them to film for this section of the video, and they were gone. So instead I looked online and I found that there's a trash heap in the keep that has both the doublet and the gloves in it, as well as a sharpening stone and some other useful things. So you can check next to Duncan, but as a backup, this place should have both items. Don't be like me and spend several hours running around murdering people hoping for the gloves to drop. Although to be honest, that was pretty fun. Upon completing My Fair Lady, you will have dialogue options available to pursue a romantic relationship with Alyssa and can begin the quest, Fit for a Lady. If you make all the correct choices and check in with Alyssa after a little time passes, you can begin the final quest in this lengthy quest line, Stone by Stone. Final rewards for this questline include some clothing pieces made by Alyssa herself, including a pair of satin trousers +5, which is a supremely lightweight item providing 6 armor, fantastic for the early game. Number 4. Confrontation Looks Like Hope, and Gifts for the Queen. This quest isn't the most difficult to stumble upon in your travels around the map, but depending on your method of exploration, it's certainly possible to accidentally miss running into Brock, like I did. After talking with Brock, head across the bridge to a location northwest of the ancient cromlech. By fighting the bees near the hive, you trigger the arrival of a messenger summoning you to a meeting with the queen bee. Beginning the quest, Confrontation Looks Like Hope. Make sure you head back and tell Brock about the invitation for some more XP and some armor. Heading over into Brock Mela will result in you crossing paths with the queen, and making the correct choice here, not necessarily the good choice by the way, will set you up with the following quest, Gifts for the Queen. Fair warning, farming ethereal cobwebs in the Horns of the South is an extremely tedious task. At least head to Kuanacht to make it much easier. Number 5. Blade of the Shadows. Once again, we have a quest that isn't available until a prior objective is completed, and still it can be missed. It all begins by accepting the Armorer's Almanac Volume 4 from Keepel Alar, who is hanging out on the keep's wall. Reading the book grants you the crafting recipe, Shadowblade's Lamellar Armor. I won't spoil the surprise of just how good the Lamellar Armor is, but once you craft it, you still don't automatically start the Blade of the Shadows quest. You need to have a conversation with the blacksmith, Osbright. Upon selecting the Leave option in dialogue, he will begin a conversation about the Lamellar Armor that you just crafted and allow you to accept the quest, Blade of the Shadows. Similar to Unforgettable, this quest will take you to Kuanacht. I've added an honorable mention, the Age of Excuse. This quest isn't as out of the way as the rest, but I think it deserves a quick mention. Barak can be found under the bridge near the center of the Horns of the South map, terrified of a curse that will kill him if he leaves his spot, so he asks for your help to lift the curse. You can actually choose whether or not to help Barak. If you are dismissive of his curse, he believes that you're the person who cast it upon him, and he challenges you to a fight. There is a good chance that you ran into him while doing other quests in the area, but it's definitely possible to miss him. What are some more hidden quests that you think a lot of people might have missed? Have you already completed all of these hidden quests? There are a bunch of tough to locate quests that I didn't include on this list, but as I said in the beginning, there will be more hidden quest videos coming soon. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.